Welcome back to Kim's Art Alchemy. As you can see, I've already gotten started on this piece, and this one is going to be inspired by this piece that I did. And if you didn't see me do it, I will link this video, the creation video for this piece, at the end. But I am going, as you can see, to do this rim again on Kim's Bloom+ lace technique. But I thought I would do it in the round. So I've mixed up my glass beads. I created a paste. I put it around my mold and did that while I was waiting for my resin to get to 33 degrees Celsius. And I am going to do the bloom part first, of course. And this is Alcohol Ink Crimson by Ranger. And I'm also using Julie's Bloom paste, and I have it already mixed up here. So I mixed up a total of 60 grams of resin, and I used the NicPro resin. I was aiming for 5 grams, decanted 6, and put one of Julie's Bloom paste drops in here. And now you're all caught up. Let me get these out of the way. Okay, is that ink still moving? A little bit. Is it? I think we're good. I think it's done moving. So yeah, you want your resin to be around 33, 34 degrees. And that's where we're beginning. Of course, by the time I, decanted and mixed and did my stuff, who knows where it was at. It was probably 34-ish. I think maybe I'll make these a little wavy. What do we think? Just for something different. And I'm trying not to go outside the alcohol ink part. Just need a little bloom. And just maybe one last one here. That's it. Oh, I got quite a bit left. But I'm not going to use it because I want that bloom to be small so that we can see the lace effect that goes over the top. And this is where I'm going to leave you. I'm going to let this cure. A lot of people have asked me if my heat mat is on. My heat mat is not on. Generally speaking, well, I never have it on when I'm doing resin. And after I'm done doing the resin, if I want to do, for example, right now I'm doing this in the morning, and I do want this to cure pretty quickly so I can put the second layer on later today. So after I've let this sit for about 45 minutes, anywhere from about 30 minutes to an hour, depends on the technique and your resin, I'll let it sit, let it do its thing, and once that resin has pretty much stopped moving, that is when I will turn my heat mat on to cure it. If I'm working at night though, then, I'm gonna come back to it the next morning. I'm not gonna turn my heat mat on for that. I'm gonna leave it and let it cure all on its own overnight. So I hope that answers that question. It's been coming up a lot. And there you have it. I'm just gonna let this sit and do its thing. I'm gonna wait about half an hour. This stuff moves pretty fast. So I'm gonna wait about half an hour, cover it, put the heat mat on, and then go to layer 2 later today. Be back. We're back for round 2. Look what I'm gonna do for the lace effect. Well, I'm gonna try to do. So instead of using the High Tide Piggy Paste, I am going to use Black Passion by Color Passion as my topper to this. And speaking of this, look at this. Is this not the wildest bloom you've seen? This would have been how I'd left it, but then I messed with it and rotated it this way. And I figure it kind of looks like a ladybug taking flight. The wings out. Resin is weird. I'm also weird. All right, so I'm gonna decant 10 grams into this little cup on the side. I did mix up a total of 60 grams of the NicPro resin, and that was just the A. Obviously I have B as well. It's a 3:2 ratio resin, and I mixed it up and waited for it to get to 33 degrees Celsius. If you get it somewhere between 33 and 34, that's kind of around the 92 degree mark. So I'm just gonna take maybe a tiny bit of this off. Anyway, that's what it looks like. We'll see. I have never done it with any different color pigment paste besides white, but I believe I saw somebody do the lace technique with black pigment paste, so I'm gonna try it. We'll see. It could just end up being a black backing to my little ladybug. All right, that mixed in really well, and it's definitely opaque. All right, so now I'm going to just pipe it around the edge. Okay, and move that out of the way. Start here and get just a thin amount. So I put those beads down to just try and cover up the band that would normally be white, but in this case is going to be black. And who knows? Oop, almost went over. Okay, let me just take stock here for a second. Fill in these little areas. Maybe a little bit more over here. So I am not going to end up using all. I mean, I used most of it, just not all of it. Okay, and then we pour in the rest, and then pray. Pray to those resin gods. And pray that this doesn't overflow. Don't overflow. So that basically took a total, what is it? 30, 60, 90, 120 ounces, 120 grams of resin. I am not going to scrape this out. It looks like it's working. I'm going to put you on a time lapse and we'll see what happens here. We're back with the unmolding. And I know that this did not work as the lace effect, but it sure looks like I've got a really cool coaster. So now I know that this black, at least, does not work for the lace effect, even though I did everything the same. I'm just having a quick look, but boy, does that bloom stand out. This is a gorgeous piece. Weird looking, granted, but it is cool. Huh. So again, it's all about trial and error. It's seeing what works and what doesn't. I am loving how gorgeous this piece is. Weird, but gorgeous all at the same time. So let me know your thoughts. As always, thanks for being along for the ride and the experimentation. This is Kim's Art Alchemy. So I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.